I'm Chief Dave Cravens. I'm here to welcome everybody to our truck dedication today. It's wonderful to be a citizen of Anderson and a local firefighter. It's good to see our roads being paved, job creations, our parks being done, and money invested in public safety. I'm here with dignitary at the Honorable Mayor Tom Broderick Jr., Wilbert Kelly, and Shane Maples from Hoosier Fire, and Chief Claude Cawthorn. At this time, I'm going to turn the speaker over to Honorable Mayor Broderick.
Well, thank you, Chief, and thank you very much. And I'd like to thank all the department heads, and I particularly want to thank all the firefighters that are here today. Thank you guys for being out here. We really do appreciate it. As the Chief said, we're celebrating, I guess yesterday was the 132nd birthday of the Anderson Fire Department. So I told Dave, I said, he doesn't look that old, does he? But I can tell you what, though, in the 3 years that Dave's been the chief here, we've accomplished a lot along with his staff and all of you guys working together. We've been very fortunate to be able to pick up 6 pieces of major equipment like the one that we have behind us here today. And on some of those pieces of equipment, through some really ingenious trading and working behind the scenes with some grants and so forth, we've been able to get these at a really decent price. And the particular one we have behind us today was acquired through users fees. So there was no direct tax dollars used with acquiring of this piece of equipment. And yet it's very important for our firefighters to have the best quality equipment that we possibly can have in order that they can keep our property safe. And I can tell you that we have a top-notch fire department here in the city of Anderson, and we have, going back 132 years, this really is a unit of folks that work hard together every day at our different departments, and they work hard to keep us safe. We not only, of course, have our firefighter service, but we also have our ambulance service, and we're particularly proud of that. They serve literally thousands and thousands of folks every year, and they make sure that folks who otherwise may not survive are able to survive because of their hard work and efforts. So on behalf of the city of Anderson, as your mayor, I'm proud to be here today, again, to say hello to all the firefighters, and we have a lot of our new recruits here today. As you know, we just recently hired 9 new firefighters, and we're very happy to do that, and have done that, and we're very happy for the hard work that I know you guys are putting out right now as you work to come on full-time in your full positions once you get off your probationary status. So we appreciate everything you guys do. You definitely joined a top-notch fire department. So this time I'm going to hand this back to Dave. I'm going to have him explain a little bit more about the truck and have him explain a little bit more about some of the other vehicles that we have serving the public. And again, congratulations, Chief, for what you and the fire department do. You guys do a great job.
Yes. This truck here replaces a 2005 pump truck. The last pump truck we had pumped 750 gallons. The new truck pumps 1,000 gallons at 1,250 gallons per minute. This truck services fire suppressions, advanced life support, basic life support, hazmat, and technical rescue suppressions. And we're excited about to put the truck in service. This truck runs about 2,000 runs in our community, so it's a valuable part of the Northside District, and we're proud to have it back in service and provide better equipment for our taxpayers. At this time, I'd like to bring up Shane Maples. He's with Hoosier Fire. One of the things I'm excited about is that we're a more local company. The company's based out of Greenfield, Indiana, so we have a service problem. They're right there in our back door, and they employ a lot of people in our local communities. Shane?
Hoosier Fire would like to thank Chief Cravens and Cawthorn and all the chiefs, the mayor and Board of Works for the purchase of the Spartan S180. Hoosier Fire has been around for well over 50 years and had a lot of community involvement with the area. Really do appreciate all the business that you pass on to Hoosier Fire, and we look forward to seeing this truck in service for years to come. Thank you.
Appreciate it. As our fire department continues to evolve and stuff, one of the things we've worked on over the last few years is increasing public education and fire prevention. And I have Chief Wilbert Kelly.
Thank you so much, Chief Cravens, Mayor. I'm so glad to serve the public and get out and teach fire prevention to the children, adults, and anyone. Preventing the fire is the most important thing. Having an operating smoke detector at home and checking your batteries and making sure you're safe. We're also out inspecting more companies to make sure that it's more safe in the community for people to work in those hazardous environments and making sure they're safe. But overall, I've had a good time being a deputy chief and working with prevention and inspections. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Chief.
One of our most important parts of our community service is our ambulance service. We provide over 12,000 medical runs a year with advanced life support. One of the things we started under the Broderick administration was the chief of EMS, and we've now purchased almost 3 ambulances, going on our 3rd ambulance this year. And I want to introduce Chief Todd Cawthorn.
Like Chief Craven said, we respond to approximately 12,000 ambulance calls a year. We are a fire department. However, approximately 80% of our call volume comes from emergency medical services. We do staff 3 advanced life support ambulances, as well as every fire truck and our rescue truck is capable of advanced life support. In order to provide the best service to our citizens, our taxpayers, no matter what the call is, our trucks will be there and we are fully capable.
Well, thank you very much, Chief, and thank you again, Chief, for everything you guys do. The only other thing I just want to point out is we're getting ready to go into budget hearings here next day or so, and Chief Cravens and Chief Cawthorn and Blaine Swinford, other chief, is unable to be here today, being ill, and we wish him the best. But these guys have all worked hard together to be able to make sure that we have a good, solid budget to operate the police or the fire department in. And the police and the fire department together, as you probably know, make up 70% of our general budget. So it's a large portion of our spending, but it's a very important area that we spend in because of the public service needs of our community. And one of the things these guys have done, which is really tremendous, is they've worked really hard at going into the various fire stations that we have around the community and upgrading them. And the most significant upgrade that we've done recently, of course, is the downtown #1 fire station, where we've put in a little over $1 million of upgrades. And the exciting thing about that is that, again, we were able to do that without using any public service dollars. All of the money that was generated there was from user fees that were back user fees that have been sitting on the books for several years that we learned about, and we went in and we captured those and brought them forward, and we were able to use those to upgrade the fire department. And we've also went out in the other different departments, or stations rather, around the department, and we've upgraded those as well, Chief. You might talk briefly about that, and then we'll go ahead and do the official kickoff here.
Sure. Right now, we're currently in our final phase of headquarters, paving the outside parking lot, and doing our landscaping and lighting. And we just finished some project at Station 7 on East 8th Street. We did the living room, the bedrooms. Our next project there, we'll be doing the bathrooms and kitchen cabinets. And then we'll continue to put money in each fire station every year and upgrade the quality of living for firefighters. Today, with our traditions, Anderson going back 132 years, and we are very rich in tradition and stuff. We'll be dedicating this truck in the traditional wet down and dry. Back in the old days, you had, when you backed in the horse and the pumper carts, you'd separate the horse and the pumper carts, and you'd wear them down and wash them, push the pumper back in, and prepare for the next fires. So today, we'll wet this truck down, we'll dry it off, back it in, and dedicate it and service the newest vehicle in our service. And I want to thank the mayor for his continued support of public safety, hiring firefighters, putting money into our stations, increasing our service to the community. I thank you so much, Mayor.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you again.
Thank you all for coming. Thank you so much. Sean.
What?